Hey, good morning, good day, good night, and thank you for watching me fight, okay? Now, it's Will Kill here, and I'm here to answer one of your most asked questions. Now, what do you put a point into at level 1? Not what you max, not the ability that you max level 1, the one that you really can't max level 1, but the one that you put a point into at level 1. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? Leave me alone. Now, there are three variables that I've found that determine what you put a point into a level 1. The three variables are what your rune is. What rune are you running, right? And second is who you're fighting. And third is where you're fighting them. Cool. Now those are the three main variables. Let's go over your runes, who you're fighting, and where you're fighting this person or these people. Yeah. Now, I primarily start Q. All right, I start Q when I'm afraid of my laner. Okay, when I'm running first strike and I'm afraid of them proccing my first strike or getting rid of it before I'm a bit have an opportunity to add the bonus damage or to get gold from my first strike rune. I start Q. If it's a range matchup, I'm gonna start Q, right? Now, the second reason I'd be starting Q is if I'm afraid of my laner, right? If it's somebody's gonna stat check me at level 1, if I'm gonna be punished for using my W or E and being beside them because they will out damage me, they will stat check me at level 1, right? They have higher base damage or base effects at level 1. I want to be starting Q. I don't want to be touching them. A Darius, I don't want to be touching you at level 1. He'll auto tap me down and I will have to flash. Same for Mordekaiser. You don't want to be touching tips with more. I call it touch tip distance. There are certain people that you don't want to be touch tip distance with at level 1, right? Mordekaiser being one of them, and Darius being one of them, and there are a couple others, right? And I mentioned those two because I primarily play Sylas in the top lane. However, there are some in the mid lane that you definitely don't want to be touching tips with, not at level 1, right? For instance, an auction. Yes, I do a lot of damage to an auction. He's squishy level 1. But on the exit of the fight, if I've used my E, it's a long cooldown. Now I'm waddling my way away from him at level 1. And he's getting off 5, 6 auto attacks. And he has pressed the attack, right? There are certain matchups that they just punish you for going in at level 1 and you take a lot of damage on the exit. That's when I'll be starting Q. I can farm safely. I can proc my first strike safely. That's when I'm starting level 1, right? Now, W is what you start when you can stat check of sorts. You know what I mean? I start W level 1 whenever I'm running Grasp tree. When I'm running Grasp of the Undying in the Resolve tree, ooh, that's my favorite room because I play top lane and I build Sylas very bruisery, right? I build a lot of Sunfire Cape Ages. If you see my videos, I build them very tanky or bruisery oriented, and Grasp tree is perfect for that. So whenever you're playing against somebody who you can out sustain them, they have no innate sustain, no built-in sustain in their kit. You can just out sustain them with W. You go in, you auto attack them a few times with Grasp. They hit you, you W, right? You keep auto attacking them, they auto attack you down a little bit. You hit them, you hit another W, and you Grasp. You get what I mean? So you can out sustain them, and it pairs so well with the Resolve tree because revitalizes it and second wind. So it's like you're just out sustaining your laner, and they're taking a crap ton of damage. Also, W is, well, as of the recording of this video, W is Sylas's lowest mana cost, right? You don't use a lot of mana by using it, so they can't out sustain you with mana. So a lot of top laners don't use mana, so it's a lot more forgiving to use or to spam whenever you're fighting them. And in the mid lane, somebody like a Yasuo or a Yone, you can afford to go W because again, they can't stat check you if you're running Resolve. If you're running Grasp with the Undying, you can just out sustain them level 1. They really, unless they go Doran's Blade, and they're gonna have to be chopping the crap out of minions and you in order to out sustain you. You know what I mean? So that's when I'm gonna be starting W. And as for the E, again, your rune heavily determines what you go. If I'm running Electrocute, at level 1 you can proc Electrocute with E, right? That's a crap ton of damage. Electrocute with E, and I tell people all the time whenever I'm streaming and or I'm recording videos. If I hit 2 E's before level 2, if I successfully land the second part of the E, I call it E2. If I land 2 E's before level 2, they're dead level 2 to 3, right? I'm gonna kill them because it's just so much damage. So whenever I'm running Electrocute and I can reliably proc my E is when I'll be running my E first. In those matchups that where I just want to be bullying my laner, like a Kale, for instance. If I'm fighting a Kale top lane, I'm running Electrocute and I'm going E. I'm just gonna run her down and just kill her over and over again with the E, right? So that is primarily how you want to be leveling these things. I also mentioned where you want to where you're fighting these people, with bot lane being the chief reason for me saying that, because the number one Sylas in the world for the longest while has been playing him AD carry. He goes rocket belt and he just ragdolls everybody, right? Um, well, not AD carry, it would be AP carry, right? Yeah, yeah. Anyway, he's running him in the bot lane, right? And you want to be starting Q if you're running him in the bot lane, period. Don't start anything else. It's dumb to do anything but start Q when you're playing Sylas in the bot lane. At level 1, you want to start Q because for obvious reasons, AD carries down there will stat check you, and you take a crap ton of damage on the exit of the fight. You W on top of any AD carry with their PTA or whatever they're running, they're gonna auto attack you while you're waddling your way back to your side of the lane. You get what I mean? So you'll take a lot of damage if you were to go in at level 1. So you want to start Q. The first 3 ranged minions are gonna die with 1 Q at level 1. If you time it perfectly, you just kill them with Q at level 1 safely. And around level 2 or 3 is when you want to be really going in when you're in that lane. So that's my reason for saying it. Forgive me, there's some guy passing on a motorcycle. Yeah. So if you hear it every pixel of the video, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, if you have any questions, that's primarily how I decide or determine what I go first. If you have any questions, anything that is unclear, maybe I'm speaking too quickly, anything inaudible, just let me know. Let me know, and I'll be sure to answer it in the comment section. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being awesome. And your chains are only as strong as you think they are, right? In fact, I'll just let Sylas tell you that. Thank you guys, and I'll catch you next time.
Our chains are only as strong as we think they are.